Tony's got a botfly in his forehead, Jenny's got a guinea worm in her shoe, Dave's got leeches, Mike's got flu, everybody's got a parasite, I've got you.
To this day, I still am not quite sure what to call it.
Tough thing to describe.
We did not fit into the music scene in the state of Alabama at the time very well.
I wouldn't say Pain fit in that equation at all. It was such a weird group.
We were definitely weird.
It's such a quirky sound.
There's just a lot of little quirky elements that go into it.
It was an undeniable thing. It was kind of a little underground phenomenon.
Pain was almost ostracized at first because nobody knew what box to put us in.
I don't think people quite got it until we started playing live.
It's a drug that's better than anything that you could possibly manufacture.
I can sort of, without any sort of personal ego involved, say this was a really great band.
It was bad. It was good.
It was one of the most entertaining acts on the road.
It kind of gave some validation to what we were doing, that it wasn't just for us going around playing, or hey, people wanted to just come see this weird band that played some weird upbeat music or whatever.
Not being able to see the back of the crowd, just people as far as I could see.
I mean, just to see all these people jumping as one, to our music, to my drums, it's so gratifying. It's so beautiful, man. To see that.
We were trying to get larger, bigger, better, really for distribution, and I believe we came really close to that. We had negotiations about major labels.
I wanted to do this for a living.
And then Dan decided to become a monk.
Well, Pain ended in a van in Gainesville, Florida. Dan brought us out into the van and said, "This is our last show." In it was 2000. That was 2000. And that was it. We drove back to Tuscaloosa and we went our separate ways.
It came as a shock, I guess, and then it ended.
Dan had other things he wanted to pursue at that time, and he felt like we had reached our conclusion.
That's probably more me to blame than anybody else. It seemed crazy to other people because it's not like we were waning, you know what I mean? I mean, things were just getting better and better and better. So in a lot of ways, it was the worst, stupidest time to decide, let's take a break. I just felt like I was being called to do some other things. And I don't regret that. I'm glad I did. I do try to be a rational guy, but I also try to follow my heart, and when I feel like my heart is calling me to something and it's a persistent sort of thing, I try to pay attention to that too. But I don't know, now I feel really, really ready to jump back in. So the more I thought about it, I thought, I've got to get in touch with Adam Guthrie and we need to talk about songs.
Dan Lord called me and said that he has these songs that sound like Pain songs, and I jumped at it because I'd had a couple of things as well.
Come on, man. Can you play one more time? Yeah.
As soon as he and I started talking, at first it started off kind of a little more casual, actually. It was just like, we ought to put out a new album and have some new songs, see how that goes, see where that leads. But it quickly began to gather strength, and we just realized we really just need to dive back into this whole thing. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what he wanted to do, and the more we talked to everybody else, they were all excited.
This band is very much family. If family calls you and says, hey, we're doing something, you show up.
When Bear Bryant accepted the Alabama job, he said, "Mama called," that's what this feels like. Mama called, you know, like.
And having Dan come out of retirement with all these new compositions is just it lifts my heart, and I'm really I'm glad to be able to see everybody again.
I think it would be really great if some of the best Pain music was Salvo music.
What would they say if you left? What would they say if you left?
It looks to me like it represents a great deal of musical growth on the part of the songwriters.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
I'm really psyched about this, like, becoming a core part of my life again, you know?
So it's just, but it sounds like Pain. Dan sounds like Dan. The whole band is coming together and everything. So 100% down with this new album.
You've never. They're trying to back. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, let's do it.
He was a drunk, he was a podcast useless slot, and he didn't even want to get a job. He forgot how to be himself. He's in the world, he's a sexy man playing porn, but he
I think back in the day, pain was all there was in my life. It's all there was in my heart. Everything was on that. And I actually don't think that's so good. You know, I don't think that's so good. I think now that there are more important things that I love, more important people that I love, it makes me able to kind of turn around and look at my artistic stuff in a better light. It's almost like all the love that I have with all these other people helps shine on what I'm doing, on the art that I'm doing, and it actually makes the art more valuable to me. God, I'm just like babbling. That makes no sense at all.
Magic 8 Ball. Is Salvo going to be cool?